To make your first $1 million, there's really only two things that you need to do. And unfortunately, most people do these two things in the wrong order, which is what keeps them broke. But I'm going to show you how to do them in the right order with some tangible real-world examples so you can start using them today. And before I get into it, my name is Taylor. I got nothing to sell you. I just love seeing people be abundant in life. So both of these things have to do with one word, and the one word is maximization. The two things are time and money. Let me explain. If you're at the beginning of your journey, you do not want to be focused on maximizing the money that you've got, trying to make a 10x return or 100x return or whatever it might be. Because if you're at the beginning of your journey, that means you don't have a lot of money yet, and therefore, even if you get a 10x return, it's not going to result in that much money. Your goal when you're on the beginning of your journey is to maximize the time you have during the day to put toward your money-making endeavors. Or put another way, we want you making the most amount of money in the shortest amount of time possible, and here's how. Firstly, we need to get you away from the perceived safety of a guaranteed paycheck. Reason being, if you're making a paycheck, it's because that paycheck is in return for a certain amount of hours that you've spent doing some tasks, meaning you've been exchanging time for money. And what we want to do is get away from that safety, especially if you're early on in your journey because you got time, and actually put yourself in a very high-risk situation of going into a month where you might not even know if you're going to make money that month or not, because you're in a position where you're not exchanging time for money, you're exchanging value for money, aka you are in a sales role within a company. The reason salespeople make the most in any company always, aside from maybe the owner, is because they are perpetually putting themselves at the most risk of not making money, and the most risks of not making money leads to the highest opportunity to make money. Here's an example. On my team, we have 10 salespeople. They start every month not knowing if they're going to make a dime or not because they're on 100% commission. Last month, a couple of the salespeople made 10 grand, some made 15, some made 20. And the top two people made $35,000 and $52,000 respectively. And again, they started that month at zero, not knowing if they would make a sale. High risk, high reward. And that's what you want to be doing at the beginning of your journey, putting yourself in a situation where you have a high potential reward so that you can maximize your time at the beginning of your journey and make the most amount in the shortest amount possible. And then when you've done that, you've accomplished step one, and you've been able to put aside 10 grand, 20 grand, 100 grand, 200 grand, which obviously is possible if you're making $50,000 a month. Then we move to step two, which is maximizing the money that you've made. And we do that by taking the money that you have made from your mind, from your mouth in sales, and turning it into tangible, appreciating, passive income producing assets, which of course could be real estate, and it could be a bunch of other stuff too. What matters is that when you're in step two, you are completely crazy, maniacally, obsessively focused on one investment vehicle so that you can gain more knowledge and wisdom in that investment type than 90% plus of the population, which leads to you having a better opportunity to capitalize on it when the opportunities arise. I'm going to go into exactly how to invest that, like tangible steps, in the next video, so follow for more.